unique expressions.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am Udi, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you step by step how to make a crochet heart. I decided to use the colors for the Ukrainian flag, the blue and the yellow. The reason why is because I want to hang it in a visible place at home, so every time I see it I remind myself to pray for them. Let me show you step by step how you can make it also. But first, these are the materials you're going to be needing. The yellow yarn of your choice, I'm using cotton yarn. The blue yarn. Also make sure you read at the label what is the recommended hook size to purchase the right one, okay? You need a pair of scissors. You need also a yarn needle and the marker. Let me show you in a little bit how to use the marker. And the polyfill to put inside the heart. So let's get started. Let me show you how you can make step by step this crochet heart. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the magic ring, and the way to do the magic ring is to grab your yarn this way, cross it over, making an X right there. Turn around your fingers, come under this one, do this, and once you have it here, make a little chain, and that's your magic ring. So now to start with single crochet, we're gonna insert the hook in the ring, pull the yarn through. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through. That's your first single crochet. Now we're gonna continue and we're gonna do 8. Put the hook in the ring, yarn through the ring. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through. Let's do another one together. The hook goes inside the ring, you pull the yarn through. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over and you pull it through. That would be 3. We're gonna do 8. Now after you finish your single crochet, pull the string so you don't lose these stitches, and now you pull the tail to close the ring. What this does is that it's closing the ring together so you have all the stitches together. This is where I completed my first round. So now we're gonna use the stitch marker to mark where I'm going to be starting my second round. And now for the second round, we're gonna continue making single crochet all around. I already put my stitch marker and I'm going to continue doing the single crochet in each stitch. But in this case, we're gonna double. We're gonna do in each stitch, we're gonna do 2 single crochet. So we're gonna do 1 more in the same stitch. That will make 2, 3, 4 in the same stitch. So basically we're gonna go around, and instead of doing 8, we're gonna do 16. And I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so now we're gonna start round 3. Let me tie this middle here. Okay, so to start the 3, same concept. Always put the stitch marker soon as you finish the second round, in this case, you put it in your first stitch for the third. So now we're gonna do a stitch, a single crochet in the stitch, right? I already did that. So in the next one, we're gonna do 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So this is going to be increasing, but alternating, like you alternate with, you do 1 single crochet in one stitch, and then you do 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and you repeat that until you reach the point where you first started. So I'll meet you there. Okay, so I'm done with round 3. I did 24 all around. I'm going to now remove my stitch marker to start round 4. I'm going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and I'm going to mark my first stitch as always to start round 4, and I'm going to do 24 single crochet around for round 4 and also for round 5, and I'll meet you at the end. So I'm done now with round 5. This is my last stitch. I did already round 4 and 5, 24 single crochet in each round. I cut my string already, and let me show you now how to finish the work. I pull the string to finish the stitch, and now I'm going to show you how to weave in the tail. The way to do it is leave the stitch marker on, so you know where to weave in the tail. You're gonna weave the tail from the inside out like this. You do it in the stitch that is right next to the marker, and then you pull it through. Now I took the stitch marker out, and I'm going to do the same thing using the last stitch that I made, but only putting the hook through the inside loop of the stitch. And I'm going to grab the yarn through and put it through like this. It's kind of making a fake stitch, and as you can see, you don't see any bump, and it's less noticeable. So that's how you hide the tails nicely. Now we're gonna put this piece aside. I'm going to create another one just like it, but in this case I'm not gonna cut my yarn, and I'll meet you when you're done with the second piece just like this. Okay, so now I'm done with my second piece. I did 24 on my round 5 of my second piece. So now I still have my stitch marker. I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to start making 12 single crochet. I'm going to mark where I first started my 6th round, right? Round number 6. So that was 1 single crochet, and I'm going to do 12. So that'll be 2, 3. Let me speed up the process to finish all the 12 single crochet. So I completed the 12 single crochet. Now this is my second piece, and this is the first piece that I made. So now I'm going to attach both together to form the top part of the heart, just like this. So we're gonna attach it right here in the middle. Let me show you how to do that. This is the first piece, and this is where the tail is, and that's exactly where we want to attach the first piece with the second piece. And the way to do it is by just inserting the hook right here and making a single crochet. So I'm going to do a single crochet, and this is exactly what's going to attach both of them. Making sure that you're working on the right side, and you're gonna counterclock all around the first piece, and you're gonna do single crochet all around until you hit here, and I meet you there. You should have 23 more, so this is counting as the first one plus 23, so it will be 24 all total, and I meet you when I'm here. Okay, so I finished all around. I did my last single crochet. That was 24, including this one that we used to attach both pieces. So now we're gonna go back to my piece number 2. So that'll be right here. Just making sure that you continue your single crochet in the right place. So don't use this one again, because this is the one we used to attach both pieces together. So now we're gonna go to the next one right here, and we're gonna do single crochet again, and we should do 11 more to be able to finish here with my stitches where I started already. So it'll be 11 more plus the other ones we already did. You should have 24 all together. So let's continue doing the single crochet. And I meet you right here. Okay, so I'm done. So before we continue all around, let me show you how to close this gap right here. What we're gonna use is the needle, the yarn needle, and we're just going to use the same stitch that we used before, but we're gonna close it together. So let me just pull this. And then also you see how this big gap here, you will see it. So the key is to close it and make it look better like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, put it back. Make a knot to secure it. So don't pull it all the way through. And that should work. Okay, so now it's so much better. Now we're gonna continue doing the rounds, but before that I'm going to hide my tail a little bit better. Nothing to not too much. I mean, what you need to do is just hide it a little bit better so you can cut it. But remember, you already made the knot here, and also this is going to be inside, and you gotta be able to see it, and it's pretty secure already. Okay, so let's continue our rounds. Okay, so that was round 6. If you're not sure, you just need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So starting our 7th round, we are going to remove the stitch marker and do 1 single crochet right here. Okay, so now I did my first stitch for round 7, so always making sure that I mark my first stitch, and round 7 is going to consist of 48 single crochet. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and I meet you at the end. Okay, so now I'm almost done with my 48 single crochet in round 7, and that it's 48, and this is how it's looking so far. What I'm doing, as you can see, it's the top part of the heart. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the blue yarn. So I'm gonna remove my stitch marker and start with round number 8. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to start decreasing, and let me show you how to do that. So let's do the first single crochet. We're going to mark it, and that was the first one. That's 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to show you how to do the invisible decrease. I'm going to insert the hook in my next stitch, but just the front loop. Okay, so this is the front loop and this is the back loop. I'm not gonna go through both of them. I'm just going to insert my hook in the first loop of the stitch right here, and I'm going to do the same with the next one, and I'm going to yarn under and do a single crochet. Okay, so now in the next available stitch right here, I'm going to insert on both loops like usual to do a single crochet, and I'm going to do 3 more, so it's 4 single crochet. That's 2, 3, and 4, and I'm going to do the decrease again, just grabbing the front loop on the first one and grabbing the front loop on the second one, yarn under. Now you have it with the 2 loops to work your single crochet, and we're gonna continue doing the same pattern: 4 single crochet, 1 decrease, 4 single crochet all around until we finish here, and we should finish with 40 single crochet. So I'll meet you here. So I finished with round 8 and I finished with 40 single crochet. Now it's time to switch from blue to yellow. So I'm going to show you how I add both yarn. So this was my last stitch. So what I'm going to do to try to make it seamless, and to the side of the heart, I'm going to, before I remove my stitch marker, I am going to cut the blue yarn, and I'm going to continue with the yellow just like this, holding my yarn like this and taking it through my single crochet, pulling the tail and making a knot between the two yarn, right? Very simple. I'm going to do 2 small knots right here. The knot will secure it and the tails will be inside. We can hide them in a little bit later. So let me just continue. What I'm going to do now with the yellow yarn, it's do single crochet all around, and I should have a total of 40. Okay, so this is going to be my first one. First single crochet. I'm gonna mark my with a stitch marker right here, my first stitch, and I'm going to continue making single crochet all around until I finished my round. And I meet you there. Okay, so I'm at the end of round 9. I did 40 single crochet, well, 39. I'm going to do the last one now, right here. I'm going to remove my mark, my stitch mark, and I'm going to start round 10 with a single crochet. We're going to start decreasing again. So on round 10 we're going to decrease, but we're going to do it a little different. We did, on round 8 we did 4 single crochet and then a decrease. Now we're gonna do 3 single crochet and a decrease. So that was my first one. I'm gonna do another one here. That'll be 2. Three, and the decrease. Remember the decrease? Invisible decrease will be just grabbing the first loop and then doing the single crochet. So we're gonna do 3 single crochet now. That's 1, 2, 3, and now the decrease, it's just grabbing the first loop on the first stitch and the first loop on the second stitch, yarn under, yarn over, and finishing your single crochet. And now we're gonna do 3 single crochet and repeating the same pattern over and over until we finish the round. So I'll meet you right here. Due to the length of the video tutorial, I decided to break it in 2 parts. So please see in the comments the link for part 2. Thank you very much.